On the 1st of February, I reported that the British Museum had posted AI Slop. Since then, I have some things I want to correct, update, and add, including a British Museum statement, evidence of a British Museum employee commenting on my posts, and some other things myself and others have noticed. So I'm going to start at the beginning and add some new information. I apologise if some parts of this are repetitive if you saw the original post, but I promise the new details are worth it. So on Tuesday the 27th of January, the British Museum posted 4 AI-generated images. The comments quickly realised and immediately called them out for this. Some people thought they had been hacked, and I genuinely believed that myself. About 6 hours later, the post was quietly deleted and normal posting returned. I commented on some of the later posts asking what happened, genuinely concerned they had been hacked, especially given the British Museum's recent IT security issues. Instead of responding, they unfollowed me, and they also unfollowed another creator, Steph the Archaeologist, who had also asked what was going on. Please note, everyone I mention in this video will be linked in the comments, and please check out their stuff too. The unfollowing creators is a strange move. I don't care who follows me, that's not why I do this because I enjoy it. I don't have that many followers in the grand scheme of things. But this sets a precedent by the biggest museum that if you speak out or criticise them, they will unfollow you. Is that me blacklisted? I'm not sure. This unfollowing prompted me to make my original post and video. I was probably only going to make a story post of this. I would never probably have gone into this much detail. I won't lie, I was really nervous making that post. I'm an early career archaeologist. I don't want to mess up my future career. And I only had like 12,000 followers on Instagram and only about 900 on YouTube. That's not that much. I don't get much views. But I felt it was important for someone to speak about this. There's been one article by ArtNet at the time of filming this, which is the 3rd of February at about 6 PM. And a few other creators have spoken about it, but there's been hardly any coverage. I'm going to go over the post again. The images appear to be linked to an AI model linked to a company called V8 Global. 2 accounts were tagged in the post, which are at EllieLynn1101 and at V8 Global. Ellie Lynn appears to be a fully AI-generated persona associated with this V8 Global company, an AI strategy agency. She is still followed by the British Museum at the time of filming this. Her bio states she's a fashion enthusiast, cozy lifestyle, and interested in studying scamming, as this is the first step of anti-scam. In return, learn lots of sale tips. I shouldn't need to tell you why this is a massive red flag. You'd never repost something by this account, would you? Let's bear that in mind. V8 Global claims to transform your business with AI-powered marketing technology. They're partially based in Hong Kong, founded in 2013, and claim over 700 clients, yet their social media presence doesn't reflect this to me. I did Google them on Companies House, which is what we use to register companies here in the UK, and found a company of the same name incorporated on the 11th of April 2025. I originally thought they were promoting the new Hawaii exhibition, as that's the content I had seen the British Museum posting recently, and that's the content that was sort of around the post, but I now think it was more generic museum promo with the hashtag #YourMuseum, which is linked to user-generated content that the British Museum reshares. I messaged the AI model and her response seemed to confirm it was user-generated content. This isn't an excuse, but I feel like people would be more forgiving if they had just deleted the post and come out and said on their story, for example, "We're sorry, we accidentally shared some AI-generated user content, we didn't realise." I'm not sure how you wouldn't realise that is AI. The model isn't claiming to not be AI. It's not the best AI generated stuff ever. But I think people would have been more forgiving, but they chose silence, and their only explicitly public statement was unfollowing 2 archaeology creators who were genuinely just asking what happened. Steph also estimated the post was online for 6 hours and deleted at about 3:30 UK time. And that is 6 hours in the working day when people were around to read the comments, to see people immediately going, "Hey, this is AI." But it still took them 6 hours to delete it. Classics with Connor on Instagram submitted a Freedom of Information request, which Jane Parsons, Head of Strategic Communications at the British Museum, responded to, and I'm going to read this statement out in its entirety. "Dear Connor, thank you for contacting the British Museum. The Compliance/Freedom of Information team have passed your email to me to respond. Our social media account has not been hacked. We regularly share user-generated content as part of a broad range of content designed to appeal to our audiences. We recently shared a piece of user-generated content which used AI. We do not post AI created images, and recognising the potential sensitivity removed it. Given the increasing prevalence of AI in the sector, we are in the process of creating guidelines on its use museum-wide. We do sometimes post about Lego and even rubber ducks. Best wishes, Jane. Steph pointed out to me that this sentence, "we do not post AI generated images," is not true. Even if you don't mean to post AI generated images, you have now posted one. And I would be interested in seeing what their museum-wide AI guidelines are going to be. I would also like to say that if anyone at the British Museum would like to contact me and wish to discuss this with me, I'm more than happy to come down and talk about this. My main issue here is their transparency. To my knowledge, other than a comment in the article along the same lines, this is the only official statement that's been sent to one person. I'd like to thank Connor for sending this across. Please check out his Instagram down below. Their latest post seems to be referencing the AI post, and you can tell it's human-made, humanly created, and it looks so much better, but why are they referencing it? Is this damage control? Where's the statement? While that might be the only confirmed official response, I believe a British Museum employee has been commenting on my own posts, others' posts, and replying to people on the British Museum's page posts, all from their personal accounts. Maya Steele at Trial and Error on Instagram originally messaged me almost jokingly that a weird commenter had also started responding to my comments. Once I made my original Instagram post, they started commenting on that too, a selection of which are on the screen. Maya researched the name of the account, and someone in the British Museum has the same name. I also looked into them on LinkedIn and saw a picture of an individual that appeared to match a picture of an individual on their public threads account. It appears that this one user works at the British Museum and on their private account is commenting what I would call incredibly unprofessional things. It is a positive that this appears to not be the British Museum experimenting with AI themselves. If it was a genuine mistake, this is unfortunate. However, how they have handled this is more what I'm trying to highlight now. This is an institution already under constant scrutiny for how it handles its stolen or contested artefacts and how it represents them. This post also embodies wider cultural issues when using generative AI. The model's surname is Lin, which is a Chinese surname and ethnically appears to be Chinese. ArtNet reported that one image the AI looks up at is a Mexican stone figure of the Aztec fire serpent, a real object from the collection. Steph noted that in the other images, the AI model wears traditional East Asian clothes, but here she's wearing Mexican-style clothes, and that makes it seem like culture's interchangeable. I don't know about anyone else, but I don't switch my outfits when going around a museum to be more culturally in line with an exhibition, as that would be very strange. Data sets that have also been used to develop AI have also been extremely Western orientated, which is a massive issue. I've also had it highlighted to me that there are several British Museum higher-ups who have connections with OpenAI, the company that developed the tool ChatGPT. George Osborne, the former chair of the British Museum, was hired by OpenAI in December 2025 to lead its OpenAI for Countries division. Furthermore, in June 2025, it was announced that Sir Johnny Ive, who co-founded the AI-focused Loveform, which has ties to OpenAI, was appointed as a trustee of the British Museum. Gen AI is also very bad for the planet, and the British Museum quietly set up a new 10-year partnership with BP, an oil and gas company, to significant backlash after a BP sponsorship deal for several years. This altogether does not paint an organisation who is environmentally conscious or against AI as a whole. I think this is about more than just the posts, and it signifies more about generative AI in the heritage sector. And as I've said previously, it's ethically messy. I'm planning to do more research onto this topic and post more about the wider issues, but this video is more just focusing on this one post and the British Museum's lack of transparency. If you're going to use AI or even use it accidentally, I'm not commenting whether you should or shouldn't here. You have to let people know, as in some cases it can be so hard to tell whether it's real or fake. A question is getting harder and harder and harder. And it's even harder when people who know won't tell you. I know it's easy to joke, it's the British Museum, what do you expect? But I should be able to expect more from them and expect integrity and expect to be able to hold them accountable without fear of being silenced or seen as controversial. If you have any thoughts on this and about wider AI debate and heritage, please comment below. I find it interesting and want to do more research. I also want to thank everyone for subscribing. I recently hit 1K on YouTube, which I'm insanely proud of, and I hope I can be a creator that people enjoy and also be reputable. Thank you so much for watching this video.